Hey, so just got done with today's workout. It feels very different than how it looks on paper, so strategy to this one's going to be super key. But we've got 4 rounds for intensity and technique. You're going to do a run. When you come back into the gym, you're going to do 6 jerks at 60% of your max. And this is going to be of your best jerk ever. So you should be doing push jerks in this workout. I'll also throw up a variation if you don't have a barbell, but also if you don't want to go that heavy and you want to go a little bit lighter, I'll throw up a lighter variation. It's just going to be a few more jerks, but I'll give you the percentages and the numbers in the description and on the workout blog. So round 1 is a 200-meter run. Round 2 is a 400, then an 800. Your last run is going to be a 1,200-meter run. So really what this workout is it's a running workout. So I'll also put up run scaling up on the workout blog. But really, as your kind of jerk fatigues, which at 60%, it's heavy. It's heavy enough to make you hold your breath during reps so you can stay tight a little bit. You're going to have to figure out how to breathe in between reps and at certain points, but there's going to be some breath holding. It's enough to kind of get you dizzy and make you just have to kind of get the next run started. But it's not too many where you got to think about it too much. It's you come in, you take a couple breaths, you get set, you go. It only takes like 10 to 15 seconds to do 6 jerks, then you're back on the run. So I think this workout took me like 14 and a half or 15 minutes. We're going to throw like a 22 minute time cap on this one. So with 15 seconds of jerks 4 times, that's 1 minute. So out of the 15-20 minutes of your workout, only 1 minute is actually doing anything other than running. So that's something to keep in mind. This is a big running workout. As I kind of look at the numbers here, I'm kind of trying to figure out how it even took me that long. But anyway, 4 rounds for intensity and technique. Really, it's about running. So whenever we're thinking about running, most people aren't going to have just a flat, circular track, something to run on. So whenever the focus is on running, we got to use a lot of running technique. So focus on position, breathing, these types of things, but also strategizing during your runs. And so what I like to do is when there's an uphill, I like to just conserve energy. And when there's a downhill, I like to just pick those feet up and let it fly. So I'm not looking when the workout is just straight run. When the workout's like run and then do a whole bunch of other things where running isn't the main part of the workout, I'm just looking to be consistent. But when the workout is running, I'm looking to really take advantage of the downhills, because the same amount of effort on a downhill, if you go up in effort from what you're regularly doing, that same amount of effort will increase your speed a ton downhill and will increase your speed just slightly uphill. So it's not worth spending that effort uphill trying to run fast unless it's the very end of the workout and you're racing somebody or something like that. But on the downhill, it is extremely worth it to put that extra effort in because it pays off exponentially relative to the uphill stuff. So keep that in mind. If you see a slight downhill, let's take advantage of that today. Let's really pick the feet up and push the pace. But because we're kind of looking at something here that's like, I should have figured out the distance here, 2,000, 2,400, 2,600. So we're looking at like just over 1.5 miles. So because we're kind of in that type of distance, kind of think 5K. So that's going to be your run pace. You can't go too much faster than what your 5K pace is because you're going to have to get that heart rate down a little bit for the jerks, and the jerks are going to spike it. But it is going to be runs where this first 200 is kind of just, let's set up the jerks. Just go smooth. Don't sprint it out. Just set up the jerks. Then you get each of these next runs started. And it's just about trying to get rid of the dizziness as you move. You got to start making progress. And as soon as it's usually about 200, 200 meters into your run, you should be able to kind of get it back. And that's where you're going to have to open the stride up. We open the stride up just by trying to pick those feet up a little higher and by matching that with how much we're leaning, not at the hip, just with the full body to try and open the strides up. Then with like the last 100 meters, kind of pull back just a little bit so you're not running to your barbell huffing and puffing and having to stand there. So it's really the middle of these runs that we really need to attack, and that's what's going to make some really big time, like fast times, and that's what's going to make some really slow times if you're unable to kind of come back from those jerks. So Anyway, let's get the runs scaled correctly. I'll throw up how to scale those on the description and stuff. And let's make sure we're using about 60%. Something where 6 unbroken is kind of a no-brainer in warm-ups. Just 1 rep, you should sit there and go like, ooh, I don't know. And unless you've kind of experienced that weight for this, that's the only way you'll know for sure. But if you're really unsure, that 1 or 2 reps in warm-up, doing a few sets like that is going to make you question it. But in the long run, we should be going 6 unbroken the whole workout. If we have to break up the jerks, it either means you're not trying hard enough for those sets. Maybe it means that technique of coming back to the front rack position isn't quite there yet. Or maybe it means we're just going a little too heavy. So figuring out the right technique and the right percentage here is going to be key today. Remember, this is a running workout. You're going to have to start the runs trying to catch your breath. You're going to have to end the runs trying to set up being able to go to that barbell and just lift it. But the middle of the runs, running workout, we're going to have to push that pace. So have fun with this one today. Talk to y'all soon.